Hello all, this is just a short video just to give a little bit of an update and to welcome all of you who've joined over the last month or so since the last instalment of the Doctor Who Review and Analysis series went up, part 9. You're very, very welcome, and I hope you're enjoying looking back through previous episodes and enjoying the series. Thank you as always to all of you for some really, really lovely feedback. I'm really glad that you're enjoying it. It was a lot of work, part 9. It took me about 6.5 months to do. A lot more involved with the research, and also I experimented a little bit with some visual imagery rather than just showing images. I created that little scene, the backstory of Gallifrey, which took me about 3 or 4 days to do, but I was very pleased with the outcome. So thank you again for all of those things. I just wanted to do a short video to update those people that might not be aware that my videos do not make any money at all on YouTube. They're not monetized, but a lot of people over the last few years or so that I've had my channel have from time to time expressed an interest in supporting me in some way or another. So I'd like to really just take their advice really, and I've created a Patreon page for the channel. Absolutely under no obligation to donate anything, but if you've enjoyed a video of mine or continue to enjoy the series and you'd like to contribute a little bit towards it, that would be more than gratefully received. I'm going to carry on making videos regardless, but what a little bit of support might help to do is to perhaps get them done a little bit quicker, and perhaps who knows, really can look at different opportunities to make different videos and get a little bit more up-to-date software and hardware and things like that. So I'm going to include a link to that new Patreon page in the description below, and if you're interested in popping over and popping in whatever you wouldn't miss if it fell out of your wallet in a month, then feel free. I haven't created a sort of tiered membership or anything like that. But if you do become a patron, obviously I want to acknowledge the fact, because you'll be directly contributing to the videos that I can then go on to produce. So I would obviously acknowledge all the patrons in the video, and also alongside my main series of Doctor Who, where we know the next part will be about Christopher Eccleston, the following part will be about David Tennant. I've also, for a long time now, I've mentioned the fact that I hope to do a sort of side series, sort of like a shorter appendix-style videos to the main series, and they would focus on companions, they would focus on enemies and other aspects of Doctor Who, the production and the lore in the series. Obviously, it would be logical just to go from the first companion, say, all the way up to the latest companions, but I don't think they have to be done in that order. So one thing I'd like to offer is the opportunity, as if you're a patron, to vote and to be involved in requesting particular videos on particular companions that you'd like to know about, so that you get to see them quicker, rather than, if you really want to know about Mel, say, you could request that earlier rather than having to wait until we get to her. So that's one incentive that I thought of at the moment. We'll see how things go. Another thing I'd like to mention, you may have noticed if you've been following my Facebook page for a while now, there is a podcast called Time and Space. It's part of the Nerd Party podcast channel, based in America, I believe. And the Time and Space podcast obviously focuses on Doctor Who. And husband and wife team, Philip and Jessica, have been hosting that now for 80 episodes. They've just got up to their 80th episode. And since January now, they have been using my videos as a sort of a springboard for discussion and to look back at different eras and different Doctors and give their opinions. So that was very, very flattering for me. I was honoured that it could be used, they could be used in that way. And as a result, Philip was in contact with me talking about the videos, and the opportunity came up for me to guest on their podcast. So recently I was very, very pleased to be a guest for the recording of their seminal 80th episode. Obviously it's me, so it's a lot of waffle on my part, if I'm honest. But if you're interested in listening to our discussion, I'll also pop a link to that. The latest episode has gone up today, Wednesday. So you can pop over and have a listen to that, and listen to their other episodes in their podcast series. It's really, really interesting to talk to them, to get a perspective of people, from another country, on a show that I grew up with in Britain when it wasn't so well known, perhaps in America, and to get different perspectives really, and different discussions. So I think it's a good listen. So I hope you enjoy. And that's all for me now. I'm going to be starting work on the Christopher Eccleston era very soon. I'm doing the research for that currently, as always. I'm continuing to do some sound design for Matrix. I will get part 2 done eventually. And a couple of other projects which will bear fruit at some point in the future. So until then, welcome again, and I really appreciate all the lovely comments you've been making. Take care.